Here come the Brisbane Broncos coming out onto the field, led out by the Bronco, the mascot and the captain for the day, Greg Dowling. As Peter Jackson comes sprinting onto the field. Kerrod Walt was there. Sam Bacco in the background. The Brisbane lineup for this match: Duffy at fullback, Renouf, Curry, Johns and Teeve in the three quarters, Jackson at 5/8 and French at half. The forwards for the Brisbane Broncos this afternoon: at Lockford, Madison, Miles and Leman in the second row, Bacco, Walters and Dowling, who's the captain up front, and the coach, Wayne Bennett. The Cronulla side have made their way onto the field without the headgear. Number one there, Jonathan Docking and David Hatch. The Cronulla lineup: Docking at fullback, the three quarters, Coleman, Davidson, who'll play in the centres with McGaw, Watson, Wilson at 5/8 and Russell at half. The forwards for the Cronulla Sutherland side: at lock and captain Hatch, Miller and Staines in the second row, Lee, Porter and Sorensen up front, and the coach, Alan Fitzgibbon. The referee for this afternoon's game, Bill Harrigan. The shrill of the whistle, the game gets underway. Cronulla bringing the ball up to Alan Wilson. Back towards the quarter line. And what a day it is for this Cronulla side. That southern end of Caldex Field has been a bog all year. And John Peard, I reckon that these Cronulla backs are really going to relish the chance to play on a firm surface.
Yeah, certainly, David. It suggests today it'll be a fast game, and that should set the Cronulla backs. But the New South Wales State of Origin forwards have been criticised for not hooking on to Miller. Today, little Barry Russell might show just how it's done.
Here's Duffy. Many said had a disappointing game against Canberra last week. He's got a good chance to make up for that this afternoon.
Well, Duffy will be pleased to be playing on a dry track, because last week he just simply couldn't keep his feet in the mud. He was slipping and sliding and really looked quite silly at times.
Good tackle from Staines on Jackson, who's lost a boot. Here's Madison. Just inside Cronulla's territory. French. Miles can't get his pass away, or Kenny. In the end, over the top, finishing him off there was Danny Lee.
Good work by Barry Russell, getting up quickly on Miles.
The kick from French, he managed to just get it in. And Teven just getting back to 5 metres, I thought.
I think he'd forgotten for a moment that he was up inside the 5. Luckily, he backed away and didn't cause the penalty to be awarded.
Sorensen. Sounds like the Broncos having a bit of feedback problem.
Must have been something in the hay.
I don't know what that other mysterious sound was. I thought I was at a corroboree there for a minute. Alan Wilson, the everywhere man, playing 5/8 today in place of the injured Michael Speechley.
And Wilson has a big job to do, just as Gary French and Peter Jackson have a big job filling the shoes of Langer and Lewis. These positional replacements really do have very important roles to play today for both sides.
Teven. Rowan Teven. Curry. Duffy. Reserve grade, a very convincing performance, probably the best performance of the season from the Broncos reserve graders. They were thoroughly outstanding in winning 26 points to 6, and the score really did reflect their superiority. That was a good ball. Here's Kerrod Walters. Walters down to the quarter line. Docking's got him. He's got the pass away. They continue it going here, the Broncos. Away it comes out wide. This is Jackson, and Jackson's only 15 metres out. What a great break again from Kerrod Walters. Shades of that State of Origin match. French.
Well, Miles was charging through as a decoy runner that time. He wasn't expecting the ball, and the pass cannoning off him, and that really did knock the momentum out of the Broncos. A great ball there from Terry Madison to put Kerrod Walters away.
Hasn't he got some speed, the little man?
Puts his chin up in the air and runs.
Every New South Wales player will tell you now, and here's McGaw. That was a good ball. McGaw's over the halfway. Oh, he had support, but he couldn't get the pass away. That was a good tackle. Docking continuing it on. Here's Miller. He's got it on to Coleman. It was a lovely ball. I think it was Wilson who put McGaw through the gap. Danny Lee just outside the quarter line. The Broncos enter the field. Michael Porter. we've seen the willingness of the two teams to throw the ball around. Miller puts the kick in, the last tackle, and it's a bit too deep.
Well, the pressure relieved there for the Broncos, but McGaw really striding out to get them on the roll there, and a quick play, the ball kept them coming. There's Wally Lewis alongside Wayne Bennett in the stand today.
Two great footballing brains sitting together.
Interesting to have a microphone listening into the conversation, wouldn't it? I don't think there'd be much said, but there. No, you're right there too.
Beautiful ball from Miles as he slips it away. Here's Johns. Johns has got plenty of speed, and a great tackle there from the fullback Docking. So both fullbacks very much involved in defensive moments in this game. Dowling.
Haven't we had some clean breaks already?
French. And take down the centre back. Oh, he can't get it away to Walters. That ball from Jackson going loose. Cronulla have got it through Coleman. A little bit of a mix-up on the outside Bronco backs there.
I think Jackson's pass simply directed, ill-directed. I don't know who he really thought he was picking up.
Miller. Quick hands from Wilson away. It goes to McGaw again. Lovely fend.
And you don't see Tony Curry beaten very often when it comes to defence. Good work by McGaw.
Miller onto Staines. Referee pointing to Gene Miles saying keep the arms down. Sorensen just inside Brisbane's territory. Last tackle against Cronulla. Russell, the kick. Stephen gets the good bounce. Curry. Duffy.
Got to remember that in this half, Cronulla do have the wind at their backs. It's fairly strong, though. It is swirling around.
Penalty against Cronulla. We didn't have to be Einstein to work that out from the reaction from the crowd. Up inside the 5.
David Hatch, and also John Davidson moving up too quickly for referee Harrigan. There's the ball being played, and you can see up inside the 5, David Hatch, well in front of the referee.
Jackson taking the kick for touch. So now the Broncos in attacking position just outside that Cronulla quarter line. French. Jackson. Back this way. French finishes up with it. Over the top it comes away. Curry's got his pass on. Here's Miles, lovely one-handed pass, Jackson, Teven to the quarter line. Backo. Already we've seen the brilliant artistry of Gene Miles. Walters, here's Miles again. He just keeps getting his passes away. Another gem of a pass to French. Out it comes again, Jackson, this is Curry, he's got it away to Johns, Johns will score, Johns is in, Brisbane 4, Cronulla 0.
Superb hands from the Broncos. The handling skills have been just magnificent in the last couple of play the balls, and this time they knew they had a chance out wide, but they still had to make sure they capitalised. Jackson spins it out, Curry in there, puts Johns into the hole, Johns hit it on the burst. He had only the smallest of openings, but he slid straight through it by hitting the ball on the burst. The Broncos have got a wealth of centres. They've got Jackson, they've got Curry, they've got Johns. Today the centre pairing is Curry and Johns, and look at this superb pass and Johns' blistering acceleration to burst through.
Terry Madison, the chance to convert the Johns try. 20 metres out, 5 metres in from touch. Not an easy kick. Into the wind. Out to the left. 8 minutes gone. It's Brisbane 4, Cronulla 0. Only a few metres away. This is Cronulla's chance to hit back. Russell. Docking. Out wide to McGaw. He ran onto that ball well. Good defence from the Broncos. But look how hard it is to put Mark McGaw on the deck. Docking decides to go on his own. Coleman, the dummy half. Pat wasn't expecting it. The grubber kick, it's gone loose. It has to be a penalty. Laman was in an offside position when he fell on that ball. Nicky took the odds to it. The penalty goes to Cronulla.
Well, Hatch stabbing the ball through forcefully kicking it straight into Curry virtually. The ball rebounds and Leman caught offside. Again, that's the advantage of kicking. Those shallow kicks, stabbing them in low and hard.
Alan Wilson, his first kick of the afternoon. Not a difficult one. Chance to put Cronulla on the board. The crowd boos. Wilson's kick's good though. Straight over the black dot. And so 14 minutes gone here at Lang Park. Brisbane 4, Cronulla 2. Here's Miles again. Miles up to the halfway line. Miles over the halfway.
And what beautiful hands from Jackson.
Terrad Walters. The pass finds Dowling over the top. Here's another chance for them. Jackson back on the inside. A little bit misdirected. They've still got the chance though. Walters, Dowling. Last tackle against Brisbane. A little kick over the top from Walters. He can't get it back. The ball's gone loose with 6 to go, I'd say. Yes. French, it comes away. Here's Bacco. Bacco will score. Yes, he's in. Big Sam Bacco. And look at the smile on Wally Lewis's face. And said it all. They can't stop a rampaging bull that close to the line. He hit it hard. He took it well and scored the 4-pointer.
Well, great work by Bacco to hit the line hard here. He just saw half a chance. The defence didn't really move up that side. They thought the Broncos were going to play it wide. Bacco steaming ahead, thunders his way over the line. But really, Cronulla, they just didn't move up on that side. Sorensen a little bit slow to go up. So was Hatch. And so there goes Bacco over.
Well, he's nicknamed Samson, and you just saw why, even though he's got short hair these days. Discovered by Don Furner playing in an ACT pub side a few years back. Easy kick for Madison to add the 2 points. 12 metres out, just to the left of the uprights. There's the kick, it's successful. 20 minutes gone in this match. And the Brisbane Broncos have galloped away to lead by 10 points to 2.
Yes, well, obviously seen Watson's not too well. One of his wheels is out of order. So David Burns, number 40, comes into the attack.
David Burns, who was the fresh reserve.
Replaced by David Burns, number 40.
Miller, blindside. Finds Docking. Last tackle. Miller. Davidson. The kick came off Teven, and Teven's done well. He just dived on the loose ball, and the Broncos have got it.
Go left, Docs.
Now you notice the kick just came off Teven. He saw the loose ball. Possession vital. French, long pass Jackson. Here's Curry in space. He's got heaps of pace, Tony Curry. He's over the halfway. He's got Renouf with him. Renouf to the quarter line. Renouf still going. He's got support on the inside. Back inside it comes now to French. And French will score. Oh, what a try. Great football. Madison it was who sent the pass away in the end. On to French, who scores the try. But good football. Curry, Renouf, Madison. Look at this.
It's got to be one of the tries of the season. The Broncos swing it in their own quarter across the field. Curry turns on the pace. I was a bit worried here at one point. Renouf seemed to get out of position, but Curry managed to get the pass away to him. Renouf then manages to stay on his feet, hooks the pass to Madison. Great hands, Madison. And Gary French, the man who started it all at the other end of the field, there to finish it off. You can see here Renouf not really positioning himself very well, but in the end Curry managed to hold the pass up, got it away to him. Renouf's beating tackles. He's playing for time to get a pass. Great hands, Madison, to pull that one in. That was a first slip catch. And then Gary French, the man who threw the first long pass, there to finish.
Yeah, that was a good try. Madison, the chance to convert the French try. It looks good. It's successful. And the Broncos increase their lead. 11.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Brisbane 16, Cronulla 2. And they've won it against the feet here, Cronulla. So they've still got a chance with about 2 minutes left in the first half. Wilson, Docking, McGaw. McGaw comes back in amongst the forwards. Miller changes direction but slips over. Hatch, Russell, can't get there. Almost. Wilson's in for the try. Smart thinking from Alan Wilson. The gap was there. It's 4 points to Cronulla.
Well, Cronulla have had some 12 or so tackles there, repeatedly putting the pressure on. They've finally managed to get there. Barry Russell darted through, went very close. Jackson just managed to stop him, but then from the play the ball, look at Alan Wilson. He goes in, he goes low. Go low from that position. There's very little they can do to stop you. He went right along the turf, diving underneath any blokes who are going to try and stop him. Here's the previous tackle. Russell almost goes all the way. A little dummy to shoot through. Jackson just manages to pull him down short. In fact, Barry Russell must have been tempted to almost go again. But look at Wilson. He moves in and made no mistake from dummy half.
Wilson, the chance to convert his own try. Not an easy one, but an important one. As Wilson moves in, he's put it high in the air, but it's way out to the left, allowing a little bit too much for the breeze. And the teams will go in at half-time as the siren sounds. Brisbane leading Cronulla 16-6. They really have played some superb football, the Broncos. Miller's kick, straight across field though. Teevan, he slipped the pass away. This is Johns. Johns to the quarter line. Docking, and Hatch, oh, he's gone straight through, he'll score! Johns is in for his second try. Docking and Hatch really mucked it up badly as Chris Johns goes over, and that might be the one that seals the match.
Well, it should be the try that seals the match. First try of the second half to put the Broncos clear. Here it is. Johns appears to have been trapped up. There's two men there. He decides to try and step back between Docking and Hatch. If anything, Hatch may have just knocked Docking away, didn't hang on, and Johns bursts away. Chris Johns also having a great season.
Terry Madison's kick is wide. And so the score, with 35 minutes remaining, Brisbane 20, Cronulla 6.
Yes, a replacement in the Cronulla side. 44, Greg Davies has come on the field for number 40, David Burns.
French has gone through again. French coming up with a halfway line. He's got it on to Madison. Away it goes to Curry. Oh, shut the gate. Curry, 32 metres, 22 metres. He's in onto the post. Tony Curry scores.
Well, put that try down to Terry Madison. Curry was the one who ran half the length of the field, managing to just outpace Coleman. It was a great run from Curry. But notice after Gary French makes the run here, French from his own end of the field sights a little opening, splits through. Poor tackle there by McGaw. But Madison here changes direction, comes back for a support. He realised that he was going to be tackled because Cronulla had converged on that point. They would have taken Madison out, but he quickly just backed off, came around, looked for support, and on the burst was Curry. It'll look even better from this angle. But it all started by Gary French, who once again, as I said in the first half, doing a great job in place of Alan Langer. Here's Madison, realised he's running into trouble, and there's Curry coming on a slight angle on the burst. And Tony Curry, very hard man to catch, though Glenn Coleman did a pretty good job of hauling him in. Curry slowing down as he hits the line.
He scored 10 tries last year for Canterbury Bankstown to be their leading try scorer of the Premiers. He scored 6 already this year. Madison from right in front. Makes no mistake. And Brisbane race away now to lead by 26 points to 6.
There's Gene Miles. Here's one player who certainly has produced the goods today.
Madison off it goes to French. French over the quarter line, shut the gate. Gary French is going to score. He creates a little bit of space and French says thank you very much.
Gary French has had a hand in virtually every try today, and he really is enjoying himself out there. But notice Hatch backs away to the open side. Russell is committed in close to Madison. That pulled Docking away and that opened up for French.
Terry Madison, who's also had a hand in almost every try, comes in to convert the French try. It's as straight as a die, straight over the black dot. The Broncos 32, Cronulla 6. Well, that really was contempt, wasn't it? That little kick.
Little kick by Brett LeMan.
Now here's Johns, and he slipped the pass. Lovely football this. Curry off the boot. Can Curry score or Teevan score? Teevan does. Oh, what good football. Gee, that's enjoyable to watch.
There's a lot of confidence in that work by the Broncos. Great confidence, keeping the ball alive. Curry involved in the movement several times. Bursting out of dummy half is Johns. Johns, a very good player. and Curry puts it on the toe, past Docking. Then they had two choices. Could it be Curry? No, he says Teven can have it. Rowan Teven in for the try. But started by Chris Johns. How did he get through there? He should not have been able to beat those tackles there. And Docking
just watches the way that Curry virtually shepherds Docking out of the road to make sure that Teven scores the try. He just made it that much more difficult.
But John should not have been allowed to make that break from dummy half. And once they were through the front line, well, they've just got that speed. There's Curry, leaves it for Teven, who was in good position as well.
So his first try of the year, 36 points to 6. The result is the scoring hasn't finished. Madison comes in. Is it going to get there? Just creeps across the bar. It's 38 points to 6 in favour of the Broncos. And there's Kerry Walters coming up. A rousing reception again, and why shouldn't he receive it? Now here's a chance again for Teven. Teven on the outside of his man. Teven for the corner. Teven's in.
Well, sheer speed by Teven. The place to beat your man is on the outside if you can. But he only had a couple of metres in which to do it. Shoveling the ball out. Here is Gary French. He gets on the outside of a couple, draws them in. Here's Teven. Getting on the outside of Jeff Martin, a replacement on there for Cronulla, but it was as simple as that, sheer speed.
Well, they always told me that good wingers beat their opposition on the outside. Warren, I would call this a classic winger's try.
Absolutely, David. He didn't have much room to move. When you go outside, you take a risk of going over the touchline, but there was no risk with that pace.
Madison, the kick, didn't allow enough for the win, and so Brisbane leading Cronulla 42 points to 6. 16 metres away now from the Brisbane line. Not long left in the match. It's 42 points to 6 in favour of the Broncos. Here's Barry Russell. Russell will score. Russell goes in, puts it down. And so Cronulla into double figures. Harrigan points to the spot. And finally they've got on the board in the second half.
And Shane Duffy looks to be badly hurt there, but this is what Cronulla would have been looking for much earlier in the game. Gavin Miller coming to the blind side, spinning. Back inside goes the pass, and the Broncos defence are just opening up. And Barry Russell's such a fast man, but too little, far too late. As we see Shane Duffy going over the top of Rowan Teven.
Wilson from back on the quarter line. Looks good off the boot, looks good. Is it going to get across the bar? No, won't carry the distance. Into the wind, a bit too difficult. The siren goes, and Brisbane, an 8 tries to 2 demolition job. Last year they went to the Caltex field and were beaten 38 points to 8. Today, Brisbane have got their revenge, 42 points to 10. And what a game.